puso ko'y iyong sinisiyasat. Buhay ko iyong alam. Ang lahat kong lihim, o Yahweh, ay tiyak mo ngang nababati. Ang lahat ng aking ginagawa sa'yo ay hindi lingid. Ang lahat kong lihim, o Yahweh, ay tiyak mo ngang nalalaman. Salamat, Panginoon, kilala mo ako. Ang lahat ng bagay ay dilingid sa'yo. Salamat, Panginoon, tinutuwid mo ako. Ikaw lang ang may alam
afternoon. This is Teacher Felbert. I'm sorry I don't have my put this. Uh, I want to say something. A couple of days ago, we went to Bulacan to see a friend. Yeah, together with Ate V. So in the sasakyan, Pastor, the husband of Ate V, had that song played in the vehicle, and it's like it kind of like moved me, and I wanted to cry, but I kind of like withdrew from actually crying because I was ashamed. Yeah, and I know the couple knew about my chaos and never hide it from anyone, never hide it from them, never hide it from my family, never hide it from my close friends, everybody. What you see is what you get. Okay, so there, we went to Bulacan, and from the very time I got to their car, that song was played. Okay, and it had been playing. It was played until we arrived in Bulacan, and then when we left, it's the same song that they actually played again. Okay, so the song was so kind of poignant. It penetrated through the whole of me, and as we left, yeah, I guess that same song was played again, and yeah, it kind of like dropped me in San Jose del Monte, I guess. So I had to ride a bus going home to Project 4, and when I arrived, my intern Ron, who used to get kind of like, he used to play Christian songs, I heard that song again. So thank you for that song, Francis. The song is so moving, and yeah, and I kind of realize it's been a while and I've never been going to church. I'm a Catholic, but I'm not going to church anymore. So I know there are a lot of people, family and friends, that are praying for me even before I committed suicide. Okay, so I know there's a team from ATV and their church. Okay, so sila Neneng, they're praying for me. A couple of professionals from Las Alzamis, headed by Ma'am Gingging, Teresa, who doesn't tire, who ain't tired talaga, praying for me as well. Of course, my family back home, my family of the ghost, and of course the Paglinawas, they really are prayerful. Yeah, and there are others. I probably would skip names, but there are a lot of people that love me, that pray for me. Okay, so yeah, and I have to tell you this. My mother died about 14 years ago. Yeah, 14, because I could remember because Totoy is 14 already. Totoy's birthday is August 14. Mama died a week after that, like 21 of August. So it's been 14 years. Okay, my father died about 7 years ago, I guess. Okay, so I came from a Catholic school, so I graduated in Mount Carmel High School. I graduated top of the class. I graduated as like president of the youth ministry of our hometown. Mount Carmel, Lady Mount Carmel Parish Youth Ministry, and I went to Misamis University for nursing. I went to another Catholic school, Las Alzames. So the Bible is kind of like my regular companion, although I would admit that I don't know how to read it as with reading other books. Okay, so my Christian living professor, Ma'am Gingling, would know that, yeah. And there was a time that she kind of like called my attention because I did not bring my Bible, and she had me pledge that every time we would have the class, then I would bring the Bible. Okay, so the Bible was that kind of like heavy weight, like a huge Bible at that. Okay, so there, I know until now, even we don't like communicate too often, I know that she's praying for me. There's even like an online group that prayed for me. Okay, so yeah, during the pandemic, I didn't know that. I didn't know that I'm bipolar. Like after I left OB Montessori in 2001, I was invited to teach in another authentic Montessori school, Montessori Filipino of Josefa Kyoge. I did teach practical math to a mix of regular kids and kids with special needs, kids with autism, ADHD, ADD, among others. Okay, so I was teaching. So as you know, never hinted that I am bipolar. Okay, so the pandemic was so kind of like nerve wracking, heart what you call this, it's a chaos. And I know that a lot of people committed suicide. I know a lot of people actually died. My cousin Rami died of that. My other cousin Bidading also died from Cebu City. A lot of close friends also died. So I have a niece of a friend who committed suicide. And in the apartment that I rented in Tanasora, there's a guy that committed suicide also, even filmed it, in Facebook Live. Okay, so everybody was tense, everybody was handicapping, everybody was kind of like afraid what would happen. Okay, so there, I'd be grateful I survived. I'd be grateful I was never hungry. Yeah, and yeah, I'd like to thank the ones that actually facilitated all the help to us. And there's even that help that we call Ayuda from this WD. So it was my first time to actually apply for one. Okay, so I made a pila like early in the morning until in the middle of the day. So just to get like 8,000 as an ayuda, I did that. So yeah, although although at first the barangay and this DWD did not give me an application for that, but I quarreled and I told them that I needed that as well. Okay, so there, after that we transferred to Manhattan in Araneta Center, trying to, really establish our practice of tax and business consulting with Michelle and Weng, and because I got Weng from Bicol, and Michelle's travel and tours was halted for a while. Okay, so I have to get them, so I have to help them as well. Okay, so fast forward to it didn't actually work out. I did stay in my cousin's house for a while, but chaos overwhelmed me. I went to my best friend's house, Janet, and it's there that all these manifestations kind of like, wanted to kill me. And yeah, twice that I committed suicide that I didn't know. Okay, thankful that I survived. Okay, so that's what we say. Okay, so God, I realized, yeah, and after like going to PGH, in my stay there, my friend Leslie, who's a CEO and who lives in Cebu, came to Manila, got me to actually have me get a therapy in Cebu. So I was there, and yeah, I stayed there in the PNP dorm in Talisay, and the facility was like, outpatient. So I kind of like, yeah, it was like Alcoholics Anonymous template. So kind of like attended twice only. So I stayed in the dorm like for the whole duration of my therapy until Odette devastated Cebu City. Okay, so it's supposed to be my third death, but I survived again. Okay, so I told you that my one of my favorite books is The Alchemist. Okay, okay, so I keep saying that my strength is into talking and writing, but internal and external auditing kind of like made hila to me. So kind of my met different irregularities. Okay, so it's clear to me now why God has afforded me these gifts of God, the ability to talk and the ability to write at the same time, and letting me experience the core of internal and external auditing. Okay, so I know that writing and telling stories or filmmaking afforded me joy, affords me joy all the time, but I have to respect what I finished also. Okay, so yeah, after the PGH stint, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder 2. So I was prescribed a brain medicine, okay, to tire my brain so I can get sleep. Okay, the first psychiatrist actually that was facilitated online only because that was pandemic and COVID was so, cruel. Killed COVID killed a lot of people. So my first psychiatrist kind of diagnosed me as having adult ADHD. So he prescribed Ritalin, which is a cocaine derivative, but I stopped it until I came to PGH. So I had Victos, it's quetiapine, so yeah, so it helps me without the knowledge of my psychiatrist. Until now, I'm popping quetiapine, although it's supposed to be 1 year. Okay, so yeah, I'm grateful for all those people that pray for me to have a third lease at life. Okay, so I'd like to say that I had quite an irreconcilable hostility when my mother died to the God that I know, because mother was praying for father's sobriety every single day of her life. She prayed the rosary 3 times a day. asking God to kind of like dawn sobriety for fathers, chronic alcoholism. Well, mother, aside from that, mother must have been praying for me and my brother that we can sustain, yeah, and we can like pull through with life, no matter how difficult it may have seemed in the past, and even until now. Yeah, I had that resentment that made me dislike him, that made me loathe him. Okay? So now that I understand all my destructibility and my addictive behaviors, thank you God for Mate, I kind of like figured the reasons why I had been depressed. I was always depressed. So being bipolar 2, the truth is you are depressed every single day of your life. So there's that experience, 1 year depression, and I lived in a 15,000 apartment with a lot of people living with me. Okay, so when I had the depression, alcohol was not staple. Illicit drugs never were staple also. But the resentment was overwhelming. The resentment would destroy me. The resentment would tell me that there is no God. But the more I actually think of it, I would hear a Catholic prayer every single day of my life since I was there. A Catholic prayer. So I was thinking, I could be schizophrenic. Okay? Bro, why is it that it's a Catholic prayer that I hear all the time, and a sound of an old typewriter? Yeah, and it happened for like the duration of a year, hearing all that sound. It's like I can see ambience. I can't like figure out there's something that orchestrated it. I heard a Catholic prayer. I heard a sound on an old typewriter at the same time. Okay? So from that moment on, I kind of like realized, I think God is wanting me to go back to Him, letting me realize that there is Him around, because my inculcation of Him was vehement, that He's not around. Okay? Hearing the Catholic prayer would want me to realize that Mama, my mother, would have been praying for us in the past to be able to stay in this life. It's very chaotic, and at the same time, the sounds of an old typewriter would also tell me that I should continue writing with prudence, with dignity, with truth. you had always say this, ang mali ay mali at ang mali ay hindi magiging tama. Diba? No matter how you try to make the mali tama, it cannot be tama. So, ganun, yeah, and now, I know exactly my template to kind of like experience sobriety, my addictive behavior on illicit drugs, on alcohol came after I graduated college. Yeah, and that drug thing actually came after I became a filmmaker around when I was 34 years old. Okay, so remember that I graduated from the Ozamis, and Ozamis City was very famous of drug activities, but never tried that. Never, never. Okay, so there, and I had to experience this. Yeah, so back to that song that I heard. It's so biting. It's so heart wrenching, heart quenching at the same time. Okay, so it kind of like got me to a realization that yeah, there's God. Okay, and on two occasions. The first one was a couple of years ago. That's prompted me doing the film In Loving Memory of My Mother. Okay, I was so alcoholic, partying almost every night. Okay, so my brother told me that my mom's birthday was June 17th. So my brother told me na, oh, it's mom's birthday, but I forgot that. Okay, I forgot, but I partied a lot during that night. Okay, so that the days before that, I lost my wallet and a cell phone. So I live in a small condo where, yeah, where there's only one window. That's basically built so that burglars cannot, like, you know, get into the room. And I live in the second floor, so when you go up, it's my unit that you will see. Okay, so I lost my phone and my wallet with a 1,000 peso bill. Okay, so all the IDs were there. Okay, so it was June 17th. It's June 17th na birthday na nanay ko. I forgot. So the next day, I was thinking June 19th. In the middle of the night, maybe around 2 a.m., I woke up from a deep sleep and I saw my mama in a nun's wardrobe praying the rosary, not looking at me. Okay, so my room was also tiny. Okay, so I'd usually off the light, but the light in the CR, what do you mean? Open, what do you mean? On, so that I won't be like overwhelmed with darkness. Okay, but I saw my mom, I saw my mother actually praying the rosary, not looking at me. And I would say it's my mom because it's the rosary that she had when I was very little. It's a luminous light green rosary. Okay, she never told anything. When I spoke to her, she left. Okay? So it kind of like tell me that even in death, our loved ones are just around looking at us, overseeing us. Okay? Yeah, and it kind of tell me that do not forget me. Go back to the Lord. Love your brother. Love your brother as much as I love you guys, as much as I keep you. No matter how chaotic life was then, hold on to Bea because she's the only, yeah, she's like mom's miniature. She's like mom's whole physique, beautiful. Okay, so yeah, I forget that my brother and I are like, I know, although he's not diagnosed, I know that it's bipolar as well. Okay, so we understand that our childhood trauma was so pronounced, we could not contain it. Okay, so my brother goes to Quiapo every Friday, he prays, but he gets drunk all the time. He makes quarrel all the time. Me too. Okay? In fact, there was an incident after our presentation with the Department of Finance. I kind of like celebrate a little. I drank a little alcohol. My brother and December 31 went to a party also. He got drunk again. He lost his cell phone. I wanted to give up. I don't want to kill myself this time around. Yeah, and I'm grateful most especially to the Church of Ate B, that I know they're like hovering me. They wanted me to go back to the Lord. Okay, so there, a couple of days ago also, I heard kind of like preaching from CCF. I forgot the name of the pastor, but he told the ministry that this, I don't know, so powerful. Ikaw lang po, ikaw lang o Diyos ang nagpakamatay sa krus. Kaya ikaw lang po ang aking katuwiran. Wow. I don't know. It got me to the floor. It so moved me. I forgot the pastor's name, but it's from CCF, and another one, I think, from the Church of ATV, I guess. The one in Davao, I forgot the name. I heard another pastor saying that sa kanunay, ikaw ang akong Ginoo. That's a Bisaya. What you call this? Language. And it means in Tagalog, ikaw lang po ang aking Diyos. Lagi. Okay? Okay, and there's another line, Bisaya again. Pagkatahom sa gugma mo, Jesus. It means in Tagalog that, or in English, what a beautiful love there is with you, God. Yeah. Continue praying for me. I wanted to be sober. I wanted sobriety as much as I wanted to like go home to my hometown, Baliangao. Light candles for Mama and Papa. I hope I can come and can go home during the fiesta. It's July, a 1 month. A 1 month vacation maybe. I'd like to direct the Baliangao pageant, Miss Baliangao pageant, and I'd like to see Tikwe. I miss my cousins. I miss my friends, the ones with epic nicknames. Tikwe, Takdo, Taludong. Who else? Pigdo, Laya, Dukot, Dungis, Ok, Olok, Longlong. Who else? Lintoy, Al, Pingkaw, Kingkong, Miyakoy. All my friends. I don't love me. I know I have hurt other people as well, but I know, like when I would win string of Chinese garter games during that time, I know I was their little diwata. Yeah, I'm happy I'm gay now. I'm happy I'm accepted, embraced who I am. Hiding was terrible. Hiding was like killing myself. Okay, so I know I'm excited. I hope I'd be able to make a little money so I can go home. Maybe the whole of July. Yes, I'd finish my novel, Cobwebs and Fireflies. It's about Baliangao, and yeah. And get well. Okay, I'm nursing my head. I'd like to tell you that my head is wanting to explode. Okay, I don't wanna get checked by any psychiatrist anymore. Yeah, it's enough that I learned about government. I know that I'm just lacking. I just lack some of my important essential brain chemicals, endorphins and dopamine. Okay, so I know I can like get them, nourish my brain with activities that are neutral and nature afforded. Okay, I would never see. I hope I can reconcile my not resentment, my kind of like little kind of hostility from psychiatrists and MD therapists, not telling that all these irregularities in our lives and destructibility and addictive behaviors are causative of childhood trauma. Okay, that embeds in the nervous system. Okay, it's like psychological wound, but they never told you that. They never tell you that. Okay, however, they kind of like prescribe medicines that are nervous system friendly. Okay, so I have spoken to my friend Jan Bonto last night. So she told me we would try the Chinese medicine. Okay, so I'll appreciate that because truth of the matter is when I started here in Manila in 1997 when I worked at Obi Montessori as internal auditor. Okay, uh, looking at the files, looking at the files or like working on so many paperworks would give me skin rashes. Yeah, and Benadryl AH kind of like helped a little, but it did not kill my allergy. So I resorted to a Chinese herbal medicine. It's like Sirogan, a little like uh, a black circular capsule or caplet, whatever you call that. I popped them. I ate them for like 6 months, and all my allergies are gone. So I probably have Chinese. Well, I have Chinese lineage, obviously, because I'm a Go. But probably, although I look Vietnamese, like what Auntie Naomi said, "Hi there, I miss you, regards, Papa." Okay, she would tell me that she takes pride of telling us, Laya and myself, we look like Vietnamese. Yeah, and probably I have Chinese blood that only Chinese herbal medicine could cure me. So I'm excited to go there. Okay. So there, yeah, and the battle is on. Okay. The battle is on. The struggle continues. I hope I'll be able to reconcile with my brother. Okay. I just don't want him to be like, And of course, my other friend Adrian that I blocked last night because so makulit. Okay. I love both of them and I have hurt them so badly that I love them at the same time. Okay. I want to leave yet because I wanted to see my niece Bea and my kids RR Tutoy and the other kids finish college. And I'd like to be able to teach them how to talk. I'd like to be able to teach them how to write. I'd like to be able to like tighten their communication skills. Okay? I'd like to be able to tell them that it's okay to be rude when becoming rude makes someone a better individual, a beautiful human being. Okay? And don't forget to say sorry. Okay? And to accept. And to make it disposable also, your forgiveness to other people. Okay? So whatever you have, give. Whatever you learn, share. Yeah, and thank you, Lord. I know I'm not as eloquent as like talking about anything else. But I know you hear me. But I know you listen to my heart. Yeah. Hi. This is Teacher Felbert again. I freelance as internal external auditor and I'm an artist, filmmaker, writer, director, actor occasionally. And good luck to me. Peace. I love you, Kubaw. Bye-bye.